Cancer, I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for May 2015. This month I laid out the Rainbow Tarot spread for you and pulled an additional card from Doreen Virtue's Healing with the Angels Oracle cards. If you'd like to learn more about me or schedule a private reading with me, please visit my website, theluckymermaid.com. Also, if you have an upcoming appointment with me, know that I am on the East Coast of the United States in New Jersey. So when you scheduled your appointment, it was scheduled for my time zone. So please check a time zone converter on the internet to make sure we are on the same page. So when I call you, you're ready for my call. Also, please update any phone number changes if there's been any since you scheduled your appointment with me. And please be sure to make your payment for your reading at the time you schedule your appointment. I do have to cancel unpaid appointments and give those appointment times to people waiting on the long wait list. So please make your payment. Thank you. Now that that business is out of the way, on to your reading for May 2015, Cancer. And the first card you have in your reading today is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune to me is a card that symbolizes the wheels of karmic good fortune turning in your favor. This is the planets in the heavens, the spirit guides around you, conspiring to give you this good karma, this good wheel of fortune turn to benefit you. You may be feeling like you haven't been having a good time of it recently, like being pulled in different directions, and could be having the feeling of being manipulated by others in the recent past or right now. It could have already been happening, but you could be experiencing it now too, Cancer. I get that some of you are really longing for like a change or some kind of step out of reality kind of feeling, like you want to take a break or step out of any situations that have been giving you any kind of consternation or upheaval or unsettled feelings, just like wanting to get a break from reality comes up here. I do feel some of you are really tired of the old, worn out ways of doing things, and that you would like to have some kind of elevation in your status. This could be with finances first and foremost, but also anything else that would be like an uplifting or raising up in status. This could even indicate wishing you or wanting to have a new home or something that's just elevating you. I get that is here. I definitely get getting tired of the old routine and wanting to break from your old routine. Some of you may consider opening up some kind of a shop or starting some kind of a business. If any of you are good at cooking, baking, you may think of opening up a pastry shop or a bakery, or a catering business, or doing it out of your home, like as a sideline, and that could build up to more and become more. I do see some of you considering that, or like it's on your mind. I don't know if you're actually going to start implementing those plans yet, but I feel like you're working them out or thinking about them, pondering them. I do feel that many of you Cancerian people out there are starting to feel better about your love life, and that you've had some kind of boost or things getting along, like you're getting along better, you're getting along with each other better, or things are working out more if you're already a married, coupled, or partnered up with someone in a love relationship. I feel that there's improvement there, like you've been feeling like things are taking a turn for the better. Keeps coming up to not get stuck in a rut and to start moving forward with any projects or plans. I feel like some of you are kind of stuck in a rut, and like you need to push forward, move forward with what you're trying to do or ideas. I feel some of you are going to be taking a class that elevates your soul and helps you. So this could be a spiritual class. It could be a religious class. You could be learning how to do Reiki, or anything to do with aromatherapy, or anything that would be elevating your soul. I feel any of you Cancerian people out there that feel like you've been deprived of love, those of you that have had that feeling are going to start coming out of your shell and taking a step out forward towards getting that to happen for you. Like if you've been, kind of squirreled away and not dealing with people, and, like feeling like you need time alone, or being with someone has been too difficult or too much of a struggle, and you've spent a lot of alone time, I get you're going to be coming out of that. Now that is also another getting out of a rut or an unstuck feeling. So I've got a real dichotomy here. I feel that a lot of the coupled, married, or, seriously partnershiped in love and romance, coupled up Cancer people are finding happiness now, or like things are going more smoothly, or there could be an improvement in relationships that are like that. For those of you that are on the other end of the scale, where you've kind of squirreled yourself away and kept yourself out of being, out there in the world, connecting romantically with anybody, I feel that you are now going to get yourself out of that rut and take steps to like kind of peek around out there to see like what's out there in the world now. Like you're getting ready to embark on love or relationships again. That's what comes up here with the Wheel of Fortune. Now the next card you have in your reading today, Cancer, you have the Nine of Rods. And the Nine of Rods to me is a card that symbolizes being prepared and ready for battle. This card can also symbolize being suspicious of someone, or it could even go the other way where people are suspicious of you, but generally it's you have suspicions, or you're in like a being prepared and ready for battle going outward, that you are that person. I feel some of you have really gone through some topsy-turvy feelings of in regard to money, that some of you have felt like your financial picture or finances have turned you upside down. I feel some of you in regard to money have trusted the wrong people and then have gotten burned from this. And I feel that this has been like an ongoing struggle, back and forth, push and pull. And I feel other people are involved here. I don't feel like it's just your money struggles all by yourself. I feel like it's due to others. It's caused by others or influenced by others. And I hear that you have to remember who's boss, and to only take orders from anybody that is your boss or superior, and not listen to any coworkers or anybody that comes in here that's like giving you directions and they're not really your boss. I feel you have to be guarded and careful about that, and remember, only listen to your boss. Don't take directives from other people. This could also be in a relationship or a romantic sense as well, or within family and friendship circles. But it comes up to me more as in the sense of business or work, because they're talking about remember who's boss. So don't get bossed around by your peers or people that are on the same level as you. Always just take your orders from who's ever really in charge. You maybe read The Riot Act by somebody who might come into you. This is for working Cancers, that comes in and kind of blames you for something and tells you that something was your fault, or there's something you should have done, and they want you to take responsibility for it. But I do not feel this is your superior or your boss. This is somebody else that you deal with that comes in and wants to be like on the attack or accusatory toward you. Like there's a real sense of reprimanding coming from this person, and like they want you to pay the price, or, you know, take heed, listen to what they're saying. Like, there's a lot of belligerence here. This is not coming in quietly. This is somebody that has a lot to say. I feel this person may very well disrespect your personal space and even get real close to you when they're going off, or take over something that is yours, like put things on your desk, or put their things in your workspace or in your location, or take over something that was in your workspace or work location. So now, this may not make sense to all of you Cancerian people out there, so I'm going to say the same thing I've said in the other videos. If this video is not making sense to you this month, and you're born under the sign of Cancer, please go check out your rising sign or your moon sign videos. So let's say you're a Cancer and your rising sign is Sagittarius. Then watch Sagittarius for this month if these messages aren't making sense to you here. Or if your moon is in Virgo, then watch Virgo video, because somewhere you will be getting messages that will make sense to you if it's not making sense to you here. Also, with timing, since all Cancers aren't born on the same day, in the same time, in the same year, your time frames are going to vary here too as well. So just keep that in mind, and be sure to check out your rising sign videos for more information, Cancer. I get there's just a lot of circling around of people that are angry, and they're angry about money. I feel that, and they're like putting their foot down, like that's coming up here. Now, in some cases, this could be you actually doing it, but I feel for many of you Cancerian people, it's something coming at you. So just take that as being forewarned. Forewarned is forearmed. I'm not telling you anything negative to try to get you in a spin, but I can only tell you what I see and what I hear. Now, crowning your reading, this is not a good card. Please don't be mad at me. I can't control what cards show up here, but you do have a tricky one. You have the Tower. And the Tower is a card to me that symbolizes an explosion. This is like an explosive event. It could be a fight or an argument with someone. It could be parting ways of a friendship. It could be parting ways of a relationship. It could just be a fight. It doesn't mean it has to be an ending, but it is a major arcana card. It is not a minor card. So usually when a major card comes up, there's more emphasis on what is going to happen. And with the Nine of Rods, I was getting somebody is going to come at you and be accusatory, confrontational, want to blame you, want you to be responsible, whether they're justified or not. So it could be, that could be why the Tower is showing up here, and it is at the crowning position, which is also a position of prominence. I feel for some of you, you're going to be getting out of Dodge. You're going to be either getting out for a vacation, or a leave of absence comes up here. Actually, leave of absence comes up first, but then I hear also it could be like taking time off to get away from the situation. You could actually be leaving because of this, but of your own will. I don't know that you're getting fired or let go if you're a working Cancer. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but there's something major that's coming up and going on here, and you're going to want to back way out of this circumstance and let things simmer down. I get that for sure. I feel that you've had some people that have tried to stop you or block you or stamp on your ideas and eradicate anything you wanted to see happen or get going, or that comes up here. So if you're a non-working Cancer, this could be within your family circle. I feel that one of the major reasons that this happened is because for you to envelop a new lifestyle or some kind of change. This is all happening to create change, you know, and this card actually does mean that even though it's like a calamity or a, you know, kind of situation, it also happens to clear the air for things to improve afterwards. So it's like a throwing over of old, outdated ways of doing things. It's to throw out and cast aside like foul leaders, leaders that have been, not in the best interests of people, or to cast aside anything that's been unhealthy or a disruption. It's to like overthrow that so that then there's like a clean air, like a clearing of the air. That is the purpose of the Tower. So even if it shows up as a negative, it actually brings in a positive. It's like the yin and yang of that kind of energy. Even if you're a non-working Cancer, I do feel there's somebody in your family that's mad at you. And I feel that you could get called to task from a family member. It could be a sibling, or it could be, if you're a parent, you could be upset. It could go either way. It can go either direction here. But in family, it could also be an upsetting situation here with somebody being angry at you. I keep feeling like it's at you more than you at them. But it could go both ways here. I feel many of you are going to like relinquish it and give up and say, I'm done with this. I'm not doing it anymore. So for those of you that are non-working Cancers, I feel that you're just going to say, I'm not going to listen to this anymore. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I'm not going to be put under a firing squad by you anymore. And I feel you're going to exit. You're going to stop dealing with whatever this disruptive force is to you. So whether you're working Cancer or non-working Cancer, I do feel there is some kind of confrontation or argument coming at you, and that it's going to be disruptive to you, and that you're going to take a pause, either a leave of absence, or you're going to leave the job and seek another job, or just go away on a vacation. And if it's family, I feel that you're going to put a lot of distance between you and whoever this is that's coming at you. You could be getting it through family where they might be feeling like you, because I'm hearing, want you to contribute more. This could either be contribute more with your time and what you're willing to do to help out, or it could be contribute more in a monetary way. So if you're dealing with elderly relatives, you could have siblings that maybe feel like you're not doing your part or you're not doing enough. If you have, or it doesn't even have to be elderly relatives, I'm just using that as an example. It could be anything, or it could be like, it could also be like they want you to contribute more financially to something going on here, because that comes up, wanting you to contribute more in whatever way it is. It depends on your circumstance and situation, what they're looking for you to contribute more. And I do pick up that I feel that many of you Cancer people feel like you don't understand why people have this certain perspective of you, or why they're always like pointing their finger at you or taking things out on you, because your perspective varies greatly from their perspective. So I do pick that up for the Tower. I'm sorry, Cancer, I don't like this card for you, but the next card you have here is the Five of Swords. And fives often represent conflict or a struggle. Now, with the Five of Swords, this is like you putting your sword in the ground and saying, like drawing a line in the sand, or throwing the gauntlet down and standing your ground, standing firm. Doesn't matter whether people are gossiping or conspiring about you around you. You are standing your ground and staying firm in your position and resolved to stick with it. That's what this card means. Some of you may feel like you've been raked over the coals financially from a family member or business, and I feel that this is part of the, this is like, I feel like it's all connected. A lot of this is a connected situation. I feel like you're trying to get things organized and straightened out with those matters, but right now I'm not feeling like it's working out in your favor, which is a little odd because you did start with this card, which is the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor. Now, you do end up with a good card here as well, but this is what started the whole thing. And I don't recall exactly the messages that came up with that, but it's like you must go through the channels of these difficulties to get to the blessings at the end of, you know, what's on the other side of this. I do feel for many of you Cancers, you're going to have to make some decisions very quickly. And I feel that some of you have noticed some of these issues kicking up in March or April, because I am recording this at the second to last week in April, and I feel like in the end of March, some of these issues I'm picking up now could have started then. I feel like the dust kicking up for you started then. It's like I'm seeing the very end of March and going into April. So May, it's like I feel that May turns out to be the culmination of a situation for you that's been unpleasant and put you at odds and made you feel like at odds with some things here. I feel that May is really a deciding month for you about many factors, in regard to many factors. If any of you are sharing a space with family and you don't really like that anymore because of all this disruption, I feel that you're going to be leasing something on your own comes up here. For those of you Cancerian people that have been living with family or living under somebody else's roof, and because of these circumstances and disruptions, I'm seeing you get out of there and get someplace on your own. I feel you need to direct yourself on a new course of action and do some planning and strategizing right now. Again, I do feel like part of the purpose of what you're going through, the karmic lessons or reasons, are to create change for you. There's definitely some kind of change in your family dynamics. Some of you that leave and spend some time alone, living on your own, that will change. Now, I know your sign has been the most difficult to read so far. Because you have the most seesaw of like one drastic thing on one end and one drastic thing on the other, because I do get the Cancerian people ready to step out of their comfort zone that have been alone for a while, and now you're ready to go out and seek, poke your head out there to see what's new in love, and, starting to think about partnering up with somebody, or, that kind of feeling. But then I get on the other end of the scale, it's like the exact opposite. I get, if you've lived with family or under somebody else's roof, a lot of this catalyst for this, it's the catalyst for change. That's what I'm getting. Like the karmic reason for all this disruption is for you to experience change that's needed to happen in your life. Now, for some of you, it's change to get out of your job, to get away from this unhealthy, unproductive, accusatory kind of gossipy, carping situation. For some of you, that very same situation is in your family, because being accused comes up either way, family or work. So it applies to either whether you're a working Cancer or a non-working Cancer. And those of you that are in a situation where you've been living with your family or living with somebody else, and whatever the circumstances has been, I feel that this accusatory thing coming at you, this disruption, this fight, is a catalyst for change, for you to make changes in your life and spend some time alone. So I've got those of you that have to get out there from stop being alone, and people that haven't been alone need to spend some time alone. But I don't feel that those of you that are going to go from the situation of living with others to living by yourself, I don't feel like that's going to last long. I feel like it's a temporary condition. This to me is all very temporary in the grand scheme of things. I don't feel it's long lasting. Now, for your outcome card, in the tarot portion of the reading, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Now, this is like a financial windfall here. This could come from many channels. First and foremost, to me, this indicates an inheritance or money coming to you through family channels. You know, after that, it falls under the being partnered with somebody and having good financial abundance from you joining forces in a marriage or in a serious romantic partnership, and the two of you together, you know, may even have a business or just you're both working, so you've got a lot of financial abundance. It could be winning money even. You could be winning something. But first and foremost, to me, this would indicate an inheritance or family money. I get that you're going to go ring around the rosy with somebody that you're partnered with, and it does have to do with finances, and this issue is not done. I hear mediating is going to go on, and I also hear the words licensing and funding are connected to this. Okay, I get some of you are going to be selling a home, getting a lot of money from that home, and you may be turning a home or a property that you have into some big facility that the government licenses and funds that you run. Now, it's not like an orphanage. I don't know what this is, because I get it's for... It kind of reminds me of an orphanage, but I'm not saying that that's what it is. It's just that something the government would fund. You know, maybe you're going to have an adoption agency. Maybe you're starting your own adoption agency. Or you're going to start a home for teens that have had drug abuse or drug issues, and it's going to be kind of like a halfway house rehabilitation place where they can stay. Or something where you are going to be like linking up foster children with foster families, like, because I get the government's involved here, but it's interesting. Like, I feel like you may already own the building, or you sell something and the money you get from the sale, you invest it in this. Now, that's very specific, and it's not going to apply to all you Cancerian people out there, because, you know, as I always say, this is a general reading. Again, that's why I would recommend you watch whatever your rising sign or moon sign is when these messages don't make sense. But I do see that for somebody out there that's going to start something big. I almost want to use the word a foundation. There's some, but the government gets involved in it and gives you money like a stipend or a grant or funding and licensing. I see all those things in conjunction to whatever this thing is that you are going to be doing. And I do feel like you could very well be doing it with a partner, like a romantic partner. It could even be with just, you know, a family member that you're doing it with as well. But I see you doing it with someone else, not really doing it by yourself. I do feel if you're the person doing this business idea, it is going to take off and be extremely successful for you. So know that you're going to do well financially, whoever this is that's doing this particular business. For some of you, I pick up that you are going to be chopping up a home and dividing it and selling it, meaning this could be somebody in your family passed away and you inherited a house and now you have to divide it amongst your siblings. It could be just something that you own already and you're going to sell it and divide it amongst your children. It just depends on who you are, but I do get a property being sold and it being chopped up money-wise and divided comes up here. Just depends on who you are and how you're going to use it. Now, some of you, as I said, are going to use it for starting a business or a foundation or something big, some purpose like that. Could even be an animal shelter. You could be starting up an animal shelter or something like that. It can be anything. It's to help something, someone, something. I feel it's like that because the government definitely gets involved here, or you need licensing and approval from them for sure. Being tired of the old and wanting to begin anew comes up here. and I feel that many of you Cancerian people are going to be altering your life. Some of you may be traveling and moving to another country. Some of you just may be traveling to visit another country. But I feel some of you are going to be like, you want to see new things. You want to see new surroundings, look at new things, have new opportunities, and not be doing the same things anymore. I feel like you want to have new scenery, looking at new things every day, not looking at the same things or doing the same things that you have been doing. Getting out of a rut and changing what you're doing. And just know that this center portion of your reading, which was the 9 of Rods, the Tower, and the 5 of Swords, they all really are coming up to be pushing you towards this change, to lighting the fire in you, to making the circumstances happen for this to happen in your life in a positive way. Now, for your outcome card with the Doreen Virtues Healing with the Angels Oracle cards, you got the card. Now, this fell out of the deck. I didn't even cut it. It just flew out while I was shuffling for you, and I got Celebration, which kind of sounds odd for a lot of the cards that came up for you this month. I'm sure many of you Cancers are going to be feeling grumbling like I didn't give you a good card layout, but I cannot help what comes up here for you. So please be understanding. I always want all the best cards to come out. I truly do. I wish the best for all of you. I don't wish bad for any of you. I get that you're really going to get organized and get things going, and you're going to stop dithering comes up here. Any dithering you feel like you've been doing or waffling about anything, you're going to stop doing that. And I get you getting directive and get things going here. And I do get that many of you are going to stop living in the past or reliving the past or looking back on the past. Like I see you're coming to conclusions like, I can't look back at that anymore. And I can't let the past hold me back anymore. It comes up here through Celebration. I feel many of you are going to be living a completely different lifestyle, and some of you, not all of you, are going to want to be living out more in nature or a more natural lifestyle, like going green, so to speak, getting rid of, plastics and wanting to live closer to nature, and just simplifying your life in some ways and feeling more like organic, natural, down to earth, out in the nice countryside, looking at nicer scenery, getting away from the hubbub of the world and getting away from cities. And I know some of you may say, I like all that, to do, but I just picked, this is what I pick up. For some of you Cancer people, you're going to be like, I've got to get out of here. I don't want to be dealing with that anymore. I do feel that many of you Cancerian people out there are going to start using money to do what you've always wanted to do. So if you're one of the Cancerian people that are gaining money through either a financial windfall of an inheritance or selling a big property and you get money from that, I feel that you are now going to start putting this money towards what you've always wanted to do, towards your dreams, towards your goals, toward living the lifestyle that you really want to live, because I feel that you see like life is too short, and to not be living it fully and enjoying it to the fullest is almost like counterproductive and a waste of time. That's not going to be the case for all of you, but it definitely comes up here with the Celebration card. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense to you Cancerian people out there. I want to say thank you so much for watching and sharing and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for Google Plusing. I do appreciate that. If you'd like to schedule a private reading with me or learn more about me, please visit my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Also, please be sure to check your time zone converters if you have a time an appointment coming up with me. I am on the East Coast of the United States in New Jersey. That's what time your appointment was booked for, East Coast time. So let's make sure we're on the same page. Please update your phone numbers if your phone number has changed, and also be sure to make your payment if you're scheduling a reading, because I have to cancel unpaid appointments. So thank you so much. Please know I wish you a great month. I don't like it that there were disruptive cards that came up here for you. I do wish you the best. I hope you have a beautiful month of May, Cancer, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.